Yo, 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 yo. Tuesday, May 27th. Here we are, summer of 2025. Transfer stories are happening. Things are going on. And you know what? We're going to talk about that. Check out what's going on in football and talk specifically about Delap. I'm wondering if I'm the only one that's sort of like on the fence a little bit. The reason why I feel how I feel, I'll get into it. And I want to hear from you. I want to hear from hopefully just different fans of football, not just Manchester United. What you think of Delap? Will he be a good buy, a good deal for Manchester United? And who should we be going for afterwards? Because seems like Cunha's in the bag. Delap is We're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still in a period of limbo. That's the reality of the situation right now. But should he be is he somebody that we should be going for right now, this very moment? My name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. You know what? We might as well start branding this show in the summer like a different name, Power News or something. I don't know, but we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna go through just the different transfer news that are happening around right now, all the rumors and all the things that have been going on. So big up yourself and yeah, have some water, chill out, relax. This is the vibe. Football Power Hour. First things first, I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. Javed in the building, Tommy in the building, Lucky in the house, Yale. Shout out to you. Happy Tuesday, guys. Make yourself known in the chat. We have 17 people currently watching right now on YouTube. We're also streaming this to Twitch. So if you have Twitch, kindly support the channel. It's called Football Power Hour on Twitch as well. Anyway, so first things first. Let's see what won. Oh my God, Fabrizio again talking about who? Lamine Yamal will sign a new deal at Barcelona tomorrow. All done. 6-year contract, one more crucial move for Barca director Deco and President Laporta. Man, Lamine Yamal, we need to find our own Lamine Yamal. The problem with these players, like Inzaghi said, they come once every 15 years. So surely we should be having our own Lamine Yamal soon. Considering, like, I think the last player that we had that was obviously like top elite is not that he was an academy boy, but obviously we got him from Sporting. But we need that kind of like player. I thought Kobe was gonna be that. Honestly, last season? Whenever Kobe broke out into Eric Ten Hag's team, I think the debut was versus Everton. And I thought, oh, we got a generational star in our hands, but I don't know. He's not looking so generational right now. But could it just be one of those things where he's just, acclimatizing himself to a new style of play, and the manager is also learning about him? And I thought we had made a step with Ruben Amorim when he specifically said, Ruben said, Kobe Mainoo was the freest he has ever been in the 9 position, right? He said 9, right? Because Kobe was playing a false 9. Yeah, he said that. I think Ruben Amorim said that, and yeah, and it was because he had benched Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes that day, and yeah, I was like, we're making progress. Maybe Kobe will be played more and more up front, but he never really took that position. By the scruff of the hands, if you know what I mean. It's like Or maybe Ruben misprofiled him, or maybe Ruben maybe prioritizes Mason Mount over him. I don't know. There's something that's going on there that I can't figure out with Kobe Mainoo. It was Crystal Palace games, his great one. Yeah, I I'm I am really hoping that next season he imposes himself, and whether it's in the double pivot or as one of the number 10 positions, we need to figure out what we're gonna do with Kobe quickly. Otherwise, he's gonna be a rotting. Um, it's gonna be one of those situations where we know that we're keeping a player that could develop to being a top elite player, and we're just sort of like miss, uh, uh, or rather, handling his development not well. Maybe we should consider a loan move for Kobe. I don't know. I don't know. Although all that is remaining to be seen as soon as we know exactly what Ineos are thinking, especially for the midfield position. One thing I can tell you is that I had this conversation last week. Somebody was telling me about comparing Casemiro and Fred and Casemiro and Kobe as a pairing. And Casemiro and Fred had a really good understanding. Granted, obviously, they played national team football helps. Speaking the same language might probably also help. But um, Kobe and Casemiro combination has been underwhelming. That's why I like Casemiro and Ugarte combination more. So I really don't know how we're handling this Kobe situation. And I'll be, looking at it with a curious eye next season. Ruben Amorim, you got to get the best out of Kobe. How do we have 31 people and only 5 likes? Hell no. Literally, now it says 35 people watching and only 5 likes. We're going to stop talking about football for a second. Let's check on some entertainment news. What? Nah, there's some frauds in the house. Guys, kindly hit the like button, man. It's not gonna cost you nothing. It can only help the channel. Let's see what's going on around the world. We're gonna stop talking about football. We're gonna talk about other things. Elon Musk. Starship can reach Mars in 6 months every 26 months when the planes align. What? So they're talking about a commercial plane, how long a commercial plane would take to reach each planet. Nah. These guys that want to go to space, hey man, shout out to them, man. I'm not about that. I'm let's see what else is going on. Let's go to the bbc.com. Police to give update on Liverpool parade crash which injured 50. Thoughts and prayers go to the people that were injured in the Liverpool parade. Yo, did you guys hear J-Lo? Yo. J-Lo did a madness, Jennifer Lopez did a madness. If you don't know, wow. Some people, I don't know, J-Lo pretty much kissed a lot of her dancers on stage. I think this happened last night. The star danced to a medley of hits, including Billie Eilish's Birds of a Feather, Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso, and Beyonce's Texas Hold'em. She will be remembered most on the night for having locked lips, both male and female dancers during her performance. Like literally, like I saw this clip, I thought I was sleeping. She was just like making out with one dance, next dancer, next. I'm like, what in the world is J-Lo trying to achieve? She trying to have a freak off on stage. What's going on? That was crazy. Doctor's like, I'm not surprised she did that. She trying to get relevant, Nah, man. Nah. Somebody needs to talk to J-Lo. How's she turn? Guys, let me see. Should I show you the? Let me see if I can find the clip again. What should I even type? J-Lo kiss frenzy? Oh Lord. I'm gonna show you guys a actually, that might be against guidelines of this channel. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna show J Lo kissing people, but like anyway, the point is you can Google it for yourself. We'll save that for the other channel. So I'm waiting for the people that haven't liked to leave yet. Can you guys leave and then let the people that have liked the video just be here, and we'll get back to football? Cause this is crazy. All right, let's check the likes. How are we doing? Big up to Jonathan in the building. I will get out of here. You'll suffocate if J-Lo sits on your face, Will. He probably misses the. I said that as a joke. I didn't mean it. Oh no. Literally, J-Lo was just like, I don't know what kind of who came up with that idea, but I guess it's a way to get trending again, right? We're talking about she's been quiet about the P. Diddy stuff. I haven't even seen anything, no statement, nothing. I don't see the J-Lo appeal. Back then there was an appeal, doctor. Back then. But now, like, I don't know. I don't know. How old is J-Lo now? She's gotta be above 50. J-Lo 55. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yay. How did she become 55 and she looks like that? She looks like she's 32. Damn. It's all them products, huh? Anyway, hopefully the 007 agents have left. I'm itching to get back to football. Um, let me see. Let's just see. Can we get a like count? At least like more than 5 likes, 7 likes. Can we? Let's see. Let's see if I can get people to. And you know the crazy thing is I don't even like care that much about likes, but it's like, you know what? Can we get as much likes as J Lo's age? How many? Oh, yay. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you to all the kind souls that have hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe as well if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's get back to football. It's all that plastic. Oh, they call it, what is it? Botox or something? Like, bro, Toby, I'm always just like, I don't know how these people can look at themselves in the mirror. Like, if you're 55, your friends gotta be somewhere plus or minus 10 years or maybe 15 years, but like if you're there and you're looking like 20 years younger than your friends, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Anyway, shout out to everybody that hit the like button. Thank you. Appreciation. Course is like plus 20 seasons. Nah, fam. Let's save that for the other channel. Guys, if you don't know, I have another YouTube channel where we talk about anything, and this topic is appropriate for that channel. So kindly support. It's called Botswana Reacts. I will post the link in the chat right now so that you can also support that journey if you want, if that's your jam. And I totally understand if we're only here for football, that is great as well. All right, let's get back to checking the news, because like I got pissed off for no reason, and I don't really care that much about likes. There's the chat, there's the link to the thing. Subscribe to that one. That's the channel where we're gonna react to anything. J-Lo, we can react to J-Lo videos if if we want. I'm not only saying that because of your comment, Will. Oh Lord. All right. So we talked about Lamine Yamal, and reminisced and wished upon our next year Lamine Yamal. We talked about the development of Kobe. I feel like we are not handling it well. I'd like to see a better development plan or trajectory for Kobe. It doesn't mean he we should sell him. I'm not in that camp yet, but I would like to see him reach his potential. So whether that means having some serious words with Ruben and figuring out that Mason Mount, if Mason Mount gets I'm not even going to complete that sentence, but everybody in here knows exactly what I was going to say. So, like, if Mason Mount ends up being that so unreliable next season, I want to see a contract termination. I know that's highly unlikely, but Lord. All right. Paul Mitchell is leaving Newcastle at the end of June. Bombastic side eye, Ineos. Isn't Paul Mitchell the guy that we spent some time thinking about as well when we got and then we ended up going with Den Ashworth. Paul Mitchell could actually be somebody that could add to our structure if at all this is what Omar Barada and Wilcox want. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Paul Mitchell. Maybe somebody will share their thoughts as soon as I share the link. All right, moving on Paul Mitchell. Interesting that it seems like the rumor is like he had a clash with Eddie Howe, and it feels like people ended up siding with Eddie Howe. At first, it feels like that's what it was 50-50 people being like, all right, let's go with what Paul Mitchell is saying. And they were bumping heads, and Eddie Howe is going a different direction. But because Eddie Howe got the silverware, probably now his arguments have more gravitas and people are listening to him more and be like, screw this Paul Mitchell guy, fire him. Meetings are ongoing between Antonio Conte and Napoli president to discuss his future at the club. It's really crazy. Is Antonio Conte that much of a like volatile person? Why can't you just stay at Napoli, fam? You just did something fantastic, and all of a sudden they clashing. Is this is like some Italian sources are saying that Antonio Conte outlined specific demands to remain at Napoli. He says a minimum investment of 200 million euros, acquisition of 8 to 9 players, increase in player salaries from 80 mil to 110 mil, assurances regarding a new training facility. Conte is not effing around, He's like, yeah, I just got you guys this, but I'm not complacent. These are my demands. And now that's why they're even rumored with Kevin De Bruyne going there. It's really, really interesting how much of a stern voice he has. It's almost like he kind of combusts every second or third season. So anyway, we'll be looking at that with a curious eye to see what Antonio Conte, where he ends up going. I've said this before that I want Ruben Amorim to work, but if we're looking at back three managers in the future, and you know, Antonio Conte should be somebody that we should shortlist at least and see what he can tell Ineos about how he'd get the best out of the players that we're going to sign this summer. Because, we need longevity. As I said before, I want Ruben Amorim to work. And I think we have something special with Ruben Amorim. Anyway, next up is also I know, right? Conte is a successful manager, but often falls out with his directors. Why? Why is he a serial like um um drama chaos causer? Why does he do that from every place where he goes? Great One says Conte is toxic. He's the type of guy to win a league at United and walk out. That's the thing that don't make no sense. Great One. Bro just won the the freaking like Serie A and that combusting. What happened to the celebrations and the champagne? He's got ambition. That's what Tish defines it as. So Tishan, that is that ambition enough to warrant a job at Manchester United? I'm just curious. Or is he just one of those things like where it's like he's got ambition but stay away from me? How do you feel about that since you're complimenting Conte's ambitious demands? He needs assurances and money. I don't blame him. High standards says Rafa. Nah, man, this guy is like he's too I don't know. It's high standards but with drama, you know? It's like J Lo. It's like dating J Lo. Have you ever wondered why she hopped on from relationship to relationship to relationship to relationship? She got high standards, but also a nyash that comes with drama. You know, one of my favorite jokes about. Oh my god, I don't think this you can make it right now. Actually, never mind, never mind. Let's forget J Lo. And the last thing is also we'll talk about Ruben Amorim confirms his intention to keep Bruno. I think Ruben did an interview, a press, like yeah, he was answering some questions. Just yet, I think it came out today. So yeah, no, good thing he was talking about Bruno saying he's really important for us and we want to build with this team. So I like that. I like that. That's some people that have come in here and said Bruno, he can go. He can go. All right. I've been yapping for 22 minutes now. The link is in the chat. Absolutely no to Conte, says Luan. Wow. Wow, Luan. I didn't know you don't like him like that. He's volatile, says Courts. You want a peacekeeper, like somebody who's just gonna be like, he's called a manager, man. You know? Oh Lord. Tommy says will I go? Oh, okay, that's a different conversation. Seen him live. He's really good, strong, aggressive. Who are we talking about? Who is Tommy talking about? Anyway, Delap. Should we be really going for Delap? My concern that I was sharing at the beginning of the stream was the fact that I, I want us to sign the main striker first, and then you get the backup striker. If you go for Delap first, it's giving. We might settle with this Cunha Mbuemo Delap triangle, but if we go for the main guy first, and then we can talk about Delap, sure. Then I'm here for it. Second concern that I have about Delap, I do not like players that are sitting there mulling over like, oh, this offer from this club is this offer. Fam, you like the club or you don't like the club. Players that are like 50, the moment we get knocked out of a competition, they'll start becoming like very, very, very demotivated, lacking ambition. You know, that's why precisely for me, like, sure, it's a good thing for him that he's got different clubs courting him. It means that there's something special there. But I respect, you see, like, even if Amrabat is not here, Amrabat said no, 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 all transfer window. And towards the last 2-3 weeks, that's when Manchester United finally got Amrabat. I wish Amrabat was still here. You know, a player like Left Foot Larry, he boycotted training with Ajax because he knew that he wanted to come to Manchester. He said nobody else. Well, I don't know if many other people were pursuing Anthony at that time, but players like Cunha who say Europa League or no Europa League, I'm going to United. I fight for the badge. That's the type of player that I want at Manchester United. Those are my concerns. I want to hear what you think, by the way. Currently, we have 42 people on the stream. Kindly hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. Let's start with my man, as always, Big Up Pav.
Yo, man.
let's have this conversation about. I mean, earlier on, some people were sharing that points about Antonio Conte. I want to make sure we talk about that as well. But Delap, how do you feel about Delap? Is he somebody that we should be going for right now? Are you excited?
I'm not going to say excited, but it should be someone that we go for, just because we need two new strikers, and I've said the lap would be the long term vision, right? But we also need a ready made elite striker, right?
Yeah.
We need to fast forward our don't want to call it a phase because I don't want to be an Arsenal fan.
Mm.
We need to fast forward our what's the word? What else can you use instead of phase?
Our
Our
stage.
project,
Of,
our project, whatever
yeah.
the project is, we need to
Yeah.
fast forward it because I'm
Yeah.
not willing to sit here for next 2 3 years fighting to get into Champions League. We need to get into Champions League next season, no matter what, and stay in there, and then we can keep building with the extra money that we get out of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Again, the lap is someone who should we should be signing. I get that you speak to other clubs. Can look at the state of our club. It's a mess. It's always a mess.
Mm.
When is there never any drama at United? And as the lap, even like his parents and his agents and that, you got to be sitting there looking. Is it the right place for him to go to? Because the amount of crap that comes out of this club all the time. Look at the players that we have here, the ones who cause issues. Yeah,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
do you
Mm.
want to be sending your like a future England starter to Man United? Again, I think if the club is moving forward, they're looking to change the culture and whatnot, then
Mm.
the lap should look at it and be like, look, I can come here, I can prove myself, I can get goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he goes elsewhere, I'm not gonna kick up a fuss about it. Then the club need to go out and get someone else.
Yeah.
Like we need two strikers. I know we're only in like obviously Premier League and FA Cup, Carling Cup whenever they come around.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's enough game time there for everyone. Again, like if we did bring in a Jokeres, does that limit the lap's game time? No, you give Jokeres 60, 70 minutes. The lap comes on every game for about 30 minutes, and you switch them around.
Yes.
You got two strikers there. I think both of them be good, but I'm
Yes.
kind of losing hope on on that Jokeres though every day. I wake up in the morning, I'm praying that we sign Jokeres, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
It's precisely why I'm concerned about, like, I feel like if we go for Delap, right, we should be putting our investment energy into Jokeres. Get Jokeres. If
We should
Jokeres,
be. We
like,
The thing is, boss, we should be
yeah,
moving in quick for both of them. You can do more than one deal at a time.
at a
I'm
time.
seeing Liverpool work on three
Sure.
deals, in, like you know what I mean. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you got Ravel there, Wilcox, Barada. Do something, man. Like you can't be working on multiple deals at the same time. Like
Yeah.
obviously the Mbuemo talk started. But again, my main focus is the striker at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I can admit we have had a lot of chances, yeah, and no
Yeah.
one to bury them. A
Yeah.
lot of chances, and then after the attacking position's done, um, like your tens and your strikers, and then I'm looking at the centre backs, the wing backs, and the midfield and the keeper.
Okay.
Then I'm not. That's all I care about, boss. I need the striker positions sorted, and then I
Here,
can relax a
pick
little.
pick one. Ekitike or Delap.
The la,
Delap or Mateta.
the la.
Hey, Pav, are you sure?
But I've said it on KG channel. I don't know why. I don't know what this fantasy about Mateta is. The man scored 14 goals this season. Yeah,
Delap scored what, 12?
yeah, but I think the lap is a certain like you look at the England strikers right now. Yeah, Harry
Yeah.
Kane's coming towards the end of his international career. Yeah,
Yeah.
what other English strikers that are up and coming at the minute? Ollie Watkins is going to be 30. Yeah, I'm looking at the lap. If Amorim is this great coach, yeah, this
Mm-hmm.
great coach, he will turn the lap into a monster. Yeah, and we buy him for 30 mil. Yeah, and he
Mm-hmm.
turned into a monster, brother. That's like 100 mil price tag on that guy in the future, minimum. I'm looking
Okay.
at it both ways. I'm looking at it because I've seen. I'm not happy if he's the early striker. I'm not happy, but I'm not gonna be sitting here and moaning that he's the early striker because I still believe that if Amorim turns him into a monster, 30 mil is gonna be an absolute bargain for this guy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
This is and Mateta as well is 27. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, how much money is Crystal Palace gonna want for him? Yeah,
Yeah.
they got Europa League,
Yeah.
right? How much money they're gonna want for this guy? And I said before, like people talk to me about Mateta, like he's this and that. I was like, but like I
Mm,
don't think he's a Man United player. Oh,
mm,
he could do hold up play. Oh, fair enough. Let's go sign Lacazette because he was great at hold up play.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
I'm
mhm.
not here for hold up play. I'm here for a 20 goal a season striker. Yeah, the Lap's not going to be that 20 goal season striker at the moment,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in 2 to 3 seasons, I can see it. If Amorim gets the best out of him, turns him into that monster that I think he could turn him in.
All right. All right. Okay. I hear you. I hear you. I also want to get your thoughts on Antonio Conte then. Like what
No, Jonathan's just said, "What coaching have you seen?" That's what I'm saying.
mm,
People say to me that Amorim's this great coach,
mm,
right?
mhm,
But turn like you turn Jokeris into the goal machine he is.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Now it's your time to do it to Delap. And like
Ooh.
I said, there's not that many up and coming English strikers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like this is just my opinion. I
Mm,
feel like Delap's gonna be a future England starter if it goes right for him.
mm,
Because like I said, name me another English striker, yeah, up and coming, right?
mhm.
Who you think's gonna take the mantle from Harry Kane in the future? Can you name me one?
No.
There you go.
All right. All right. All right.
And
I
it's
yeah.
about time we start snatching some of these English players who are gonna cement an English place. If you look at that England squad, yeah, that
Yeah.
Tuchel selected, have a
Yeah.
guess how many Man United players made it? English Man United players.
I haven't looked at it really.
No, but just have a guess.
Uh, let's see. Luke. He wouldn't choose Luke Shaw. Maybe he would choose Maguire. Maybe
No,
one.
he's already selected it. So you tell me how many he selected. I'll tell you the exact number.
I think he selected Maguire and Mount. No, he didn't select. He has selected Maguire. I say one.
Zero. Zero
Ah,
Man United players. Yeah?
really?
Zero. No Mount, no Maguire, no Rashford, no forget Sancho, no Shaw. Yeah.
Wow.
No Cobby. No Cobby.
Wow.
Zero. Yeah, for these up and coming friendlies. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
In the day, yeah, Man
Wow.
United players used to run that England squad.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
This is why I want the I've got a feeling if the club can turn him into the monster he is, yeah,
Mm.
30 mil investment for this guy, future 100 million minimum. This is why we have to push for him, yeah, but along with another elite level striker.
Okay. 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 No, I'm a
I do
little
like
bit
Eki. I can never say his name. I don't know why I
more.
can never say his name. TK? Is it TK or Eki?
Eki TK.
Eki TK? Is that
Yeah.
it?
Or just call
Okay,
him
I do like him as well. But I'll
Yeah.
say this: if we don't get Jokeris, yeah, or Osman, I'm
Mhm.
happy to take the lap and Eki TK. Them
Okay.
two could battle it out for the goals.
Well. Apparently he'll go for about 80. He's in the category of
We do have the money for an elite striker because Jokeris is available for a total package of 60 million euros. Yeah, and when we've just spent 62 and a half, yeah, on Cunha, what are you telling me that we don't have the money?
Hey. This is a rhetoric that always comes up at the beginning of every transfer. We don't have the money. We don't have the money, and then somehow,
I've said this all along. I said there is no chance in hell, with
yeah,
even with the bad financial stuff that's going on with United, yeah,
yeah.
they have to go out and spend big. When you look 62 on Cunha,
Yeah.
potentially 50 with add-ons for Mbuemo. That's 100 already. That's our transfer budget that everyone here was so curious about. We've only got 100 mil to spend. I know we got to sell players, yeah, but I think the club will end up spending maybe 200, could be 250. You have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You trim the squad down, but you also put quality in the side to try to get you back into Champions League football.
Yeah. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, man. This PSR, like, it's so crazy. I can never, as a fan, I'm not even a finance guy. I can never really understand our financial position. I heard
It's
uh
the wages. It's the wages that hurt us more than anything. It
yeah,
is for
yeah,
PSR. That's why, like, we've obviously got players. We've got players whose contracts are coming to an end. We've got to get rid of some of the big earners.
yeah.
But did you see the thing about the Bruno 700k a week?
No, what
They've
is
offered him 700k a week.
oh, you mean the Saudi club?
Yeah, and he's got 72 hours to accept the
Yeah,
contract. I
yeah.
think Ben Jacobs put something out, and then I think some Chris Wheeler and that as well. So he's got 72 hours, and Ben Jacobs said that the proposal was 700k a week. There is. I haven't seen the actual transfer bid that they're going to launch, but it's got to be over 100. It has to be.
Bruh, these Saudi offers make you think about
Ronaldo's
life.
leaving Al Hilal, innit? Ronaldo's leaving Al Hilal, so they need a new Portuguese Magnifico. So
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Man, if you were Bruno, would you take it?
yeah, brother, 700k a week.
Get out of here, pal. Twerking for the money. Twerking for the money. But I get it though. It's tough. It's tough to say no to these Saudi offers. I'd go for less than that, even half of that. We're going. We're packing the bags. I'm pulling a John Duran. Is it Duran? That the guy who like he's got so much to offer and he's just like, nah, fam, my family comes first. And I respect players that do that. The Saudi money is just changing the landscape of football. It's crazy. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. By the way, I'm laughing at your comment. Tommy says I can't say his name either. I just went with nickname Kit Kat. Kit Katike. That is funny, bro. Guys, kind reminder to hit the like button. Let's hear from the one and only. Have no fear, cause Mr. Bali Tech is here. What's up, Bali Tech?
What's up, bro?
Yo, Delap. Is he dilapidated? Or are you excited about Delap, bro?
No, not really.
Why? He doesn't move the needle for you? He's
I
dilapidated.
mean, he's a decent striker. Don't get me wrong, but I just kind of feel like it needs to be the lap and one other. It can't just be the lap because that's what they did to us with Hoyland, isn't it? They bought him for 72 million, told us they were going to sign Harry Kane, and then it was just him. Then they knew that Martial had injury problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then he sort of played when Martial was injured. Then he scored a few goals. Then they just said, get rid of Martial, give him the number 9, innit? Make him the number 9. And then we had Hoyland fanboys that wanted the 9 in his shorts. No, did he?
Yeah. And look at where we are now.
Look at where we are now. So when I was saying for the majority, I was saying this from last season. This guy's not good enough to lead the line. But man, they were like, no, man, he scored 16 goals. He scored 16 goals. Look at him now, bro. Look at him now.
But Tish is raising a fair point. I did hear Eric Ten Hag saying number 1 target was Harry Kane, and then they decided no, let's go for potential, and because obviously probably like Daniel Levy was being difficult to negotiate with. Probably that's my guess on that one. But yeah, we definitely need. I agree with you that we need more than just one. It's got to be Delap and somebody else. Who is that somebody else for you, by the way? the more experienced striker that you desire?
Gyökeres. I don't mind Gyökeres. I don't mind Osimhen. I don't mind Mateta. You know, I don't mind Wisa.
How do they rank? And you heard Pav puts Delap over Mateta over Ekitike. Like he's just saying Delap. We should go for Delap. Like
That's crazy. That's crazy.
yeah, I was surprised. I was surprised because like he's had a what is it like 1.5 decent season, 1.5. He's had what this season was really when we saw Delap in because of Ipswich, right? They got promoted this season, and I guess probably maybe he did well in the championship. I have not been following the Delap story at all, so I'm just surprised that the kid at such a young age, he's already got the confidence of a lot of people already, and he's still letting the game. He's still letting the game, and he was the main man in an Ipswich town that got relegated. So that's why I'm a little concerned, but I'm like,
We like I said before, we've been there and done this. We went and got a young striker. We didn't get the senior striker to cover him, and then look where we ended up. Now, I'm not saying that a young striker couldn't come into Manchester United and take it by the scruff of the neck, but I just don't see that in Liam Delap. I see a situation where we buy him and then we start giving excuses because of his age. Now, me personally, if it's the choice between Delap and Ekitike, I'm going with Ekitike because Ekitike has played at the higher level and he's also got 22 goals this season and 9 assists. So in my humble opinion, Ekitike, if we have to go with a youngster, or if we're going to sign one youngster, let it be with a senior striker. But if we're going to go and sign a young striker, I'd rather just go and get the best young striker. However, personally, I will take the lap, but the only thing that will sweeten the lap deal for me is if we go and get somebody to play over him, like Mateta or any of the people I've named, Osimhen, Gyökeres, any of the people that I've named. I'd rather go and get Wisa. I'd rather go get somebody to play ahead of him.
Okay.
Somebody who preferably knows what they're doing, knows how to play and score against teams, knows how to put teams to the sword, has a certain level of a mentality, and they can start bringing us back slowly but surely. The thing is, when you know what our fan base started to do, which I found very annoying, right?
Yeah, what's that?
It's this idea of development, the modern idea of development. And what I mean by that is there's nothing wrong with developing players. Develop players all day long, but it's the way you implement developing players. So as an example, when we get linked to a player like, I don't know, let's say Gyökeres, we get linked to Gyökeres, the fan base starts saying, no, I don't want Gyökeres. I don't want Ivan Toney. What about Rasmus's development? And that pisses me off. The reason why it pisses me off, because not only are you rejecting a player that's superior to the player that's already playing, you're also eliminating competition for places. Now, obviously, you're not just a just come Manchester United fan. You were there when Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez, Berbatov, all these men were fighting to get into the team. You was there, bro.
Yeah.
Rooney, they were all fighting to get into the team. You was there, Park Ji-sung, Nani, they were all fighting, bro.
And Buddy, take the thing about that type of competition is you see the players, like you see the best of the players on the pitch. That's how you maximize. Like if somebody comes in as a sub, if Tevez comes in as a sub, he's like, I'm gonna show you why I should have started. If somebody, you know what I mean? It's like everybody was really operating at a high level because of really trying to make sure that they stake that claim in the next starting lineup. And you need that kind of like competition, the times when we had the four strikers. Obviously we're playing 4-4-2, but it still like made sure that like people like nobody was lacking in motivation. Sometimes the coach doesn't even have to do anything because you're seeing what somebody else is doing on the pitch, and you're like, oh,
Iron sharpens iron, bro. Iron sharpens iron. And one thing, right? You have to understand, yeah, teams
yeah,
get beaten in the tunnel.
yeah,
Yeah. When you see Man United lining up and you're seeing top player, top player, top player, top player, top player, and the opposition is looking at each other like, we're gonna have a long night tonight, a long night.
oh,
And
nice.
it's not only that.
Yeah,
When those players wear them out, yeah, and then the manager starts making substitutions, oh my God, they're in trouble.
yeah,
But you see what we have now.
yeah.
The starting lineup is rubbish, the bench is rubbish.
Mm,
Like, nobody's scared of this.
mm.
Yeah. We need to make Manchester United frighten again. Frightening again. You can't be called the Red Devils and you're not frightening, bruv. Do you understand?
Oh, MUFA. Make United frightening again, bro. That's fantastic, Malita.
Trust me, that's what we have to do, man.
Yale says, I would agree with the text viewpoint. If we had Champions League, we do not have the pull to get a top striker. We are a small club in this transfer window because of no Europe.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree. We might not be able to go and get the best of the best. Like, if in terms of the strikers that are ready to leave this season, yeah,
Yeah.
the only way we're going to be able to get them is if we offer them a little bit more in wages. It's not that we can't get them, but we also have to soften the blow because others in the squad are going to get the 25% reduction on the wages because we're not in Europe. So if we made it in a way where they was exempt from that, then we might have a deal with some players. It depends on what we negotiate. But if we just say, nah, we can't afford it, let's get Delap, then just know that if he doesn't score goals or he's not any, because I think he's just a little bit better than Højlund. I don't think he's way better than Højlund.
Yes. I like, here's the thing. I feel like, at first during the season, we were like, wow, Holland is so bad. Look at a tall striker that can actually hold the ball. Look at a tall striker that is actually a little bit quick and he has good balance. But sometimes I feel like it's because of how horrible and shitty Højlund was that we were like, looking at Delap saying, wow, and players have seasons where they like do good and then the next season they're not doing well. Remember the kid from Brighton? Is he called Ferguson?
Yeah.
Where is Ferguson now? Ferguson had one season where he was on and popping, bro. Everybody was talking about him, saying, this kid, we should be getting him. And then look at how things have turned out right now, So
sometimes that's how life is, bro.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll be looking at it with a bombastic side eye if he's the only striker that we get, just like what you and Pav have said also.
And they wanted to sell that kid for like 80 million or some obscene price. And now look at him. He can't even get into Brighton, but they wanted to sell him for like 80 million. So they would have Højlund somebody else. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
They would have done a Højlund on another team. I'm just glad it wasn't us because Man United was fully sniffing around this kid. Yeah, so had he have been set to leave at the time when we wanted him, we would have bought him for crazy money, and then look, that would have been another dusty striker on the trash heap.
Yeah. Where's Ansu Fati with his 1 billion release clause? That's true, SLD. Sometimes we misjudge a player's potential and we misjudge it badly. And I just hope with Delap, like he's actually what people are saying. Yale is using the logic saying, well, if Newcastle and Chelsea are circling around the guy, there's got to be something there,
Yeah, but even if Newcastle, think about it, yeah, Newcastle is doing it in the right way because Newcastle is circling around him to make him understudy to Isak. We're circling around him and trying to give him the keys to the kingdom. We're trying to take the 9 off his back and give it to Delap, and then so we could have top reds enter in the chat saying Liam Delap, and then when he starts flopping for us, they'll still be saying it, but they'll be defending him. And when we're like, is this a Man United striker? They're gonna be telling us, nah, he's 22, allow him. You can't tell us nothing.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do this no more. What we want to do is we want to do things in order of respect. You know, like in the African culture, you have to respect your elders. That's what we want to do in Manchester United. We want to get a senior striker who is respected, who players feel that they can pass the ball to. Yeah, successfully, knowing that there's nothing wrong with his first touch, knowing that there's nothing wrong with his link-up play, knowing that he knows how to go to the far post or the near post, depending on where the ball's coming from. Like knowing that he can ghost from defenders and score goals, not sliding in after the ball's gone across the goal. Yeah, so we need a killer. Yeah, we need a mercenary who's going to go out there and start fighting the wars that the Man United fans need to be fought for us on the pitch. But unfortunately, what Ineos want to do is they want to make the mistakes of the previous regime, which is go and get another young striker, give him the keys to the kingdom and make him the savior. Make him the savior. Yeah. This guy, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He will probably play with adrenaline for his first season. You know, we're going to be thinking there's something there. Then in the second season, when we want him to push on, he's not going to have it in him. That's why I don't want to develop strikers like that no more. I want to take a ready-made killer, put him up front, and then look at the kid and make him watch from the bench and say, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. We'll give you 20 minutes next week.
Go and
show us that.
Yeah, yo, wrap up. You cooked, my brother. Yo, that's incredible. We need a killer. Yale is saying Delap is that killer. Seeing him bully defenders, says Yale. All right. If he is that killer, we will be there. Please sign him up right now. Ineos, Tishes, Chelsea, and Newcastle are chasing Delap. He can't be that dead. I think this logic is it's more than just Tish and Yale thinking about it this way. And I'm curious what you feel as a fan. Make sure you hit the link if you want to call in and share your thoughts on Delap. And let's hear from Manchester City's Coutinho. They're getting rid of Kevin De Bruyne. Why are you chasing Delap? Big up Coutinho.
Why are we not chasing Delap? We got the freaking Viking up front, so I don't know. And we got Marmoush as well. So we don't need a striker. We don't need a striker. Marmoush, who can cover many other positions. And we've got some West Ham youth youngster that we bought off West Ham's academy as well. His name's Mbuemo.
Where the hell did Marmoush fall from, bro? Like he just.
Well, let's be honest. I generally thought he was destined to be at Liverpool because he was linked with Liverpool for a very long time. And then I heard from Wolfie, the Forest fan. He said apparently they were really interested, but you know how January is. It's very difficult, so they badly wanted him. So yeah, no, I'm really happy about Marmoush. I'm really happy. But let's be honest, January was mostly for getting a seat. How many times does this have to happen? How many times?
Have you made your bed, bro?
Yes, I've done it.
What's the stuff on the bed now? What's that?
I'm wiping my nose because I'm under the weather.
Okay.
So,
All right. Respect.
You see that?
All right.
You see that?
Oh,
yeah.
What the stuff is
Courts shush, yeah.
No, if you can wake up and make your bed, then you can do the other tasks of the day. Big up yourself for making the bed, bro. So okay, yeah. What are you saying then? What moves are you doing then this summer? Because like you said, January was
rebuild the midfield. The midfield is not complete.
Yeah.
Some of these uncles / grandpas need to be demoted to the bench at the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So they need to be demoted to the bench. KDB's already out the door. I'm so happy now with where that Morgan Gibbs mid is white. He's going down the pecking order, so we're not looking because Forest are playing hardball, and I'm kind of happy because I didn't even want him at the same time.
Oh yeah, you were about to buy Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah, only because of this stupid homegrown quota rule, man. Only because of that stupid rule. Let's be honest. No one else. So that's cool. So we've pulled out for that race, and we're now in for Turkey. For as the KDB replacement, and we still have that absolute baller from River Plate, Claudio Echeverri, really good. Barcelona wanted him, but is he going to get the game time? I don't know. With how the people say the Antichrist, Pep is the anti-youth. Pep is the anti-youth. He hates youth. Pep hates youth players.
True. He's
played.
No,
yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Played,
yes, he is.
No. He's played the other kid. What's his name?
Only. No, because he only played him once. And he didn't even want signings in January. I repeat it. He said it in press conferences. He didn't even want to buy any signings. He was forced to get signings in. So yeah, I hope this summer this board make him uncomfortable because this guy's gotten too comfortable, unfortunately. That's why we've regressed this season. And it's fine to have a regression this season. It was always going to come, but you got to fix up. You seriously got to fix up. And on United, beggars can't be choosers. You can't be saying this player is not good enough and this player is not good enough. Have you seen the? Remember when Troops used to work for Barstools and you're speaking to your fellow African American czar?
Yeah,
we're 15th. We're 15th. You're literally 15th. Know your place. It's not even being slandering. Like you guys turning your nose away. What's the saying? Turning your nose away or turning your nose up at a certain player. Like, come on. Like Cunha, I would happily take him as a number 10 to play in the number 10 replacement. I prefer him. I prefer Cunha in the number 10 position than Phil Foden.
So you're just saying we should buy every Jack and Jill that's available?
No, not really. But you beggars can't be choosers. You can't be turning your nose up. And I think some of you are going to get your wish that Delap looks like him and Ekatike are going to go to, because I saw on some people's chats that Ekatike is close to going to Chelsea. So it'll be Ekatike and Delap. They want two strikers. And that Nicholas Jackson is out the door as well.
Oh, okay.
Nicholas Jackson is out the door. So yeah.
Okay.
And speaking of Chelsea, speaking of West London Tory Blue Cowboys, aka the Whores and Sluts of West London, big up NN. He's in the chat. As soon as I started speaking about Chelsea, this guy has burning ears or red. I don't know what the saying is. I'm not English.
Hey, go get your sayings right, brother.
I don't know. But let's be honest. You guys, you need to humble yourselves. You need to know your place.
No, I hear the thing about beggars can be choosers. I hear
and I tell you this,
but we still gotta we still gotta be tactful with our.
I'm telling you this as well. You this time you better find yourself a second club to support, because the way you should have left with Eric Ten Hag, but if you're gonna be back, if you're gonna one second, I'm getting a call, but I'm gonna finish up what I'm gonna say. The way you're moving, your manager is gonna get sacked by December, and you better leave with him this time, yeah.
Get out of here. You leave, my friend. Big up Coutinho. Get darker curtains, by the way. Shout out to Luan with a super chat saying, like the ting, people. Thank you, Lou, for the super chat. Very, very kind of you. And thank you to whoever's just joined. We have 42 people right now tuned in. Kindly hit the like button, by the way. Cunha is some pull for a beggar, right? He's calling us beggars, and we out here like getting players like Cunha. So yeah, no, Coutinho can just jump in a lake with 115 charges in it. Let's talk to men like Wrap Up in the building. What up, Wrap Up?
You lot are getting too giddy, man. You lot are getting too giddy.
No.
Don't cop, please. You man are getting too giddy, bro.
What do you mean?
Delap, stop getting excited, man. Yeah, Delap's a decent signing, but like I said, we need to see the striker still. Getting all giddy already. Yeah, let's calm it down. People don't learn their lesson. Yeah.
Listen.
And yes, I know.
Allow the giddiness. Look.
More,
This is why we can get
money.
giddy. Okay, look, wrap up.
That we're saying
Check.
we've got more money that we're actually saying.
Check what's on the screen right now. Okay, 15 plus 12 is what? 27. Plus 20.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not first of all, hasn't Boomer come
47 goals, wrap up.
Hasn't Boomer come through the door yet? Hasn't Boomer come through the door yet?
No. That doesn't happen. But I know football also doesn't work like this. I'm adding up the goals from these guys. It's like
it's all great in theory. Exactly my point. But anyway.
But come on, you can't see a reason to get giddy. Look, focus on the yellow numbers, bro.
You've had better signings than this in the past than we flopped. Listen, my thing is showing through. Happy for the signings to come through, but I want to see them on the pitch and how they play before I get giddy with this manager, this coach. Okay. So it's all well and good. I'm happy to get the signings in so the next coach can take over. But right now, I'm not getting excited. And like I said to you before, I'm going to say it to you again. Like I said to you before, outgoings are key. Outgoings are key. Bruno, gone. He needs to be gone.
Who else?
Because if you want some decent signings, we need to lower that wage bill. He's on 350 something K. Rashford, gone. He needs to be gone as well, yeah?
Yes. Who else?
All these big wage players, most of them, the only one I'd accept keeping, ironically, is Casemiro, because Casemiro ain't going nowhere, by the way. Just letting you guys know.
You'd rather sell Bruno and keep Casemiro?
For leadership, yes, because at the end of the day, Casemiro ain't going nowhere. He wants to stay. He ain't gonna go nowhere. He's on his last year anyway. Out of Bruno and Casemiro, I'm keeping Casemiro. I want all of them gone. But if it's one out of those two, I'm keeping Casemiro. Bruno can go to Saudi, get his 700K wages.
Nah, wrap up. Your football cake is gone. Nah, he spoke right, Trevor. Nah, this guy exactly. Nah. Wrap up was cooking at the beginning, and then he was like cooking boiled eggs, bro. Let's hear men like Tommy in the buildings. Shout out, Tommy.
Hi, dude. How are you?
Good, buddy. How are you? Talk to me about this Delap, bro. I wanna understand why you like Delap so much.
Do you know what? He reminds me of. He's not as good, obviously. Before you bite my head off when I say this, he reminds me of a Rooney. He's got that thick.
Did we just lose connection with Tommy? Damn. He cannot say Wayne Rooney and Delap in the same sentence. Nah. Nah, Tommy. Even the Wi-Fi was like, no. No way. Brother Tommy. Come on, hold on a second, Tommy. I have to say pull over. Wayne Rooney.
I was talking about his frame. So his athletic shape. He's got a thick set frame and he's strong and aggressive. I like that in a striker. He bumps people off the front. Do you know what I mean? He was doing that when he was younger. I saw it switch Southampton at New Year, and you could just tell. But like, I've coached basketball and football, and when you look at people's athletic frame, he's just got that thick set frame, chunky thighs. He's broad and strong. So he's just got that physical ability about him that reminded me of Rooney in terms of his frame size. He's not quite as chunky, but he's got that ability to bump people off easy. And I like that in a striker.
Tall though, right? Isn't he tall?
He didn't look that tall.
No, Wayne Rooney. Like I hear you about the bulkiness, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like, let's see. All right, Delap height. He's 6'1".
Oh, he didn't look that big on the pitch. He looked
he's
like
6'1". Exactly.
5'10", 5'11".
You know,
he was bigger than I thought then.
And
but he's just got that thick frame that, like, when he was playing against Southampton. He had quite a good game. People were just bouncing off him. It was just like, wow, this kid's really strong on the ball.
Yeah.
You know, I like that about him. Technically, he's good. He's very aggressive. He gets a lot of bookings, though. He gets booked every other game. But
Whoops.
yeah, he's just got a lot of promise, dude. Like, I was impressed that day when I saw him, because when you watch somebody live, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah,
And, I just came away from the game thinking, wow, you know what? I'm impressed. Now, the only problem we've got is he said he's going to make his decision by Friday, because on Friday he's going away with the under-21s to the Euros with England.
Okay.
And he said that he wants to sign for a team where he's going to get game time, because he wants to try and get into the England squad next year for the World Cup.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so the two teams that can potentially hijack the deal are Everton and Chelsea. They're both looking at him.
Especially,
With Everton, he might get more game time, but
yeah.
would he do as well? I don't know. He might be better off with us because we have got a better squad, and we will have a better squad.
You can make the argument that he was carrying Ipswich, so you know what's carrying.
Yeah.
Gonna,
yeah,
you know.
and he had a couple of niggly injuries. He was in and out a little bit, and he had like a 3-month spell where he was in and out, and he'd just get fit again and get his match legs back, and then he'd get injured again. So he never really got a 10, 12 game run kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Where he really showed his potential.
Yeah, interesting. And what areas do you think he still has to develop?
Everything. He's very young. He's still quite naive. He's a bit too blood and thunder. That you need that in his game, but at the same time, he's a little bit over the top, maybe. But what I like is today, Benfica and Madrid have done the deal, haven't they, for Alvaro Carreras?
Oh, really?
So the sell-on fee for him, depending on the final fee, is around 20-30 million. So that pays for Delap.
Nice. So he's going. Wait, he's going from Benfica to where? Carreras?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid have signed him. It's been done today.
This is the guy that Eric Ten Hag got rid of.
Yeah, Alvaro Carreras, the left back. It's had a great season. I know, dude. I know. He's had a great season at Benfica, and Madrid have signed him. It's been done today.
Lord have mercy upon us.
All personal terms are agreed. It's agreed with his agent. Players agreed. Now they're just agreeing the fee, but depending on the fee, it'll be around 20 to 30 million we get. Pays for Delap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. I want to ask you really quickly about the conversation we were having earlier on as well about Antonio Conte. You know, do you see him as somebody who could be a future Manchester United manager at all? Like, what's your temperature on him?
He loses the plot too many times with people. He's got quite a it's all about him a lot. You know, he's a little bit narcissistic, and he's always the boss man over the top of the players. And I don't know. He's a good manager, obviously, but it's just something about his personality that he never stays anywhere more than 2 years, and he's gone and he's out the door spitting his dummy out every time he leaves a club. That to me just isn't the person I want running my club.
I mean, my favorite is the last press conference he gave versus Spurs. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, God, yeah. It was like Scrappy Doo from Scooby Doo, wasn't he? There's a fight. You know what I mean? He's like fucking Scrappy Doo, man,
bro. but
he's
a quick fix win now manager, says Pav, not a long-term manager. I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The other bit of news today that I thought was interesting. There's a report today about so there's a magazine in Portugal called A Bowler, and one of the journalists asked Gyökeres about leaving. Now, let me just have a look at the figures. So Arsenal's deal, this is what Arsenal have offered, right?
Yeah.
They've tabled a 70 million euro, which is 58.6 million, to the champion. And on that 5-year contract, they're going to pay him 5.8 million a year, and they're giving him a signing on bonus of 10.6 million.
Oh, Lord.
And he hasn't said yes yet. But what's interesting, a journalist said to him, London or Lisbon. Now, his girlfriend is born and raised in Lisbon, the actress, right?
Okay.
She has said she wants him to stay at Lisbon. She's going to try and convince him to stay at Lisbon. His uncle or her uncle want him to stay. And he said, when that journalist asked him, I like living here and I'm happy here. So I'll be very interested to see if Gyökeres actually moves. He might have another season at Sporting, you know.
Bro, if that happens, so I'd be so disappointed. 1, 2, there's a guy called BTG who subscribed to this channel. He's Portuguese, and he gave me all the assurances yesterday that Gyökeres is coming to Man United this summer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so like I can't remember. He reads a lot of Portuguese media, so I kind of trust him. But if that doesn't happen, I'll lose all that trust. So anyway, so yeah, my feeling is that like Ruben Amorim and Gyökeres have been talking, and they have to have sort of like, you know, Ruben has probably told him, listen, I need you here. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I mean, it was in the Manchester Evening News last night. It sounds like he's a little bit torn as to what he wants to do, because his family all want him to stay there. But obviously, as a footballing man, he wants to come to the Prem, doesn't he, and prove himself.
Yeah, girlfriend. Forget the girlfriend, Victor. You
know. Yeah. You get another one on them, don't you?
Tommy, yeah, enabler, you know. Big up yourself, Tommy. Thank you for calling in as usual. Let's talk to Jermaine. Men like Jermaine in the house.
What's going on?
What's up, Jermaine?
Not much, man. Just hearing all the chatter about this Delap.
Delap? Is it are you with the Delap FC like Paves? You heard Paves Delap. I think Paves Delap tattoo. I wouldn't be surprised. How do you rate him? How do you rate the guy?
He's not the finished product. The only reason I see that we're so interested in him is because of the price.
Yeah.
The price is perfect, but if you're comparing him to Eat the TK, they're talking about, they're evaluating him as 100 million, which is crazy.
Oh,
but his game is nice.
Yeah.
The most person I'm interested in is if we can get Brian and Mbuemo.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
We can match him with Cunha.
Yeah.
That's a nice pairing.
Yeah.
Them two up top.
You heard me when I was just like doing the most stupid thing I could ever do, like adding up that goals, being like, look, it's double digits, bro, compared to our single digit front line. You know what I mean? Look at this.
Yeah, I saw a crazy stat about Mbuemo that he's only been subbed off once in the Premier League.
Wow.
He's played every minute. He got subbed off once, and I was at the 87th minute in November.
Mbuemo's priority, bro. Like for me, like you don't know how much I value that availability so much. Everything else is just pipe dreams. I've heard people, like fans of different clubs, hype up a player. Yeah, when the player is in, he's good. Like say for example, like my friend who supports Chelsea, Reece James this, Reece James that. But when is he available though? Sure,
he plays twice a month.
You know, so it's like this type of availability. Forget even like even if he doesn't give you a 9 out of 10 every single game, I'm comfortable with an 8 out of 10 from a player who's there 38 games of the season or 37 games of the season. You know, that's wow.
And I think Amarin, all the targets that he's looking at are athletes.
Yeah.
That are athletes that are going to have the physicality, the endurance to compete. We need more athletes. Like if you look at like Real Madrid, all the top teams, they have athletes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're missing.
Thanks.
And did you hear that statement that Benny McCartney said about the players?
Oh Lord, what did he say this time? I know he once said like when you train with them, you can think you're gonna beat Real Madrid, but then in match day you see a totally different team. What did he say?
No, he said the players needed motivation to get up for games. Like they had to be like reassured and to like they had to instill confidence in the players where the players should already have confidence. Like if you need your coach to have to gas you up for a match, that's shocking. And it tells on the pitch too. Like you could see, like if we give up a goal first, all their confidence is gone.
Bro. Yeah.
So I'm more excited about who's gonna leave the club.
Yeah.
And I think whoever leaves the club, that's gonna actually give us more cash to build our club.
So you have three. You have to pick one player from these three to leave first. Onana, Højlund, or Luke Shaw. Who you picking?
Højlund.
You leaving Luke Shaw, Jermaine? You leaving Luke Shaw, Jermaine? Nah. Man, Jermaine has lost.
I think the right answer is all three, to be honest with you.
No, I said it, my Pino,
But I'm not here to about football. I'm here to conduct an investigation.
Uh-oh.
Because apparently you called Ballytech wrap up Haven.
I actually did, and I knew the moment because I was looking at Wrap Up's word while talking to Ballytech, and I caught it. Man, dyslexia has been happening. I also called John Duran. So come on, allow it, fam. Allow it.
I'm always on the case, man.
Dyslexia text, bro. Come on.
Just get to show I don't make stuff up, though, innit?
No. I don't want to.
Look at Riri's comment. Look at Riri's comment.
I don't want to be put up on charges. Exactly. Riri says I do that all the time. She knows. So, all right. Let's talk. Delap. Dilapidated or no?
Delap. I don't rate him at all.
This is your type of joke, man.
I was disgusted and started raining outside. What a the rain is continental. Now, Delap, I think he's gonna be signed for the English quota that United are gonna do. 30 mil sounds about right. I'm surprised that United haven't been taxed about it. I'm have to pay about 60 mil or something. So wait and see. I know the media saying he's gonna be the next Rooney, gonna be the next insert English player here, blah blah blah.
Sorry.
Huh?
No, I was just saying.
We're gonna bypass that. We're gonna bypass that. The views of Tommy do not.
Sipping his tea after causing chaos.
Yeah, but anyway, shout out to Tommy. Where was I? Delap. I think he's on the right. I wouldn't mind it if he goes to Chelsea or something because they got a Euro. Now, do you know why? Because I want good players at the club. I want good players at the club, but I understand in the financial way that we're in.
I'm a little confused about what you just said, man. It somehow didn't.
Confused by this.
In my head.
But I just got home in it, so I just have a long day. But
okay.
For me, I think he needs to. I think we can't overhype a player that much because he's cheap and it's like a new toy sort of thing. But if he joins, then fair play to him. But I don't like this whole Rooney and Bingy comparisons. It's a bit weird to me.
No, to be fair, he was just saying the build. He wasn't saying he's Wayne Rooney.
Brother, is he playing rugby or something about build? Is he John Alomu or something? Come on.
No. You gotta understand the larger point.
I understand the logic, but you can't just keep saying fit and thingy without yo man. That's a bit mad still. But
I know.
But so I just want to ask you a few questions right now. And number one, what time is I just want confirmation really, because I know your stream's a bit mad sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you what time are you gonna do the player ratings review? Because I know it's gonna kick off a little bit when we do the player ratings review.
Same time frame as right now, actually.
During the half time of the game tomorrow.
We're playing tomorrow. damn it. Let me see. So
You could just did it today, to be fair.
no, I'll we'll do it after the game tomorrow then. So
Do a half time, quick 15 minutes.
no, we want to do a separate stream for that. The game is at 8:45 in the morning, so
1:45 my time.
yeah. So
here's another thing. On behalf of the participants of the Football Power Hour League, who won?
That is later on in the week as well, bro. I'm almost done with computing all those the scores, but I can tell you right now that the doctor is doing really good.
Oh wow! Oh
yeah.
And by the way, did you say at start of season, whoever finishes top 3, they get points added to the total score?
Yes.
You know the funny thing is, I didn't play all season. I got 2 points.
Get out of here, man! Get out of here,
you got, man. I'll see you later.
Big up yourself, Professor.
Yo.
All right, how are we doing?
Everything is going well. We are moving well in the transfer market, like I wanted us to move.
It's actually pretty good.
The fan base are concussed because they feel like they think like they act like they won the league last year. You're acting like you won the league, like, bro. No, you're a mid-table club at best. You move accordingly. Move accordingly. Then when you start moving up, then you start moving like the big boys. But till we get up there, I don't want to move like that. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna tumble down the staircase again, then get on the elevator, tumble down, just climb the staircase. There's nothing wrong with climbing the staircase. It's step by step. You say one of the best in class. I understand Delap is not the best in class. I understand he's not the best striker in the market. The Osimhen, the Gyökeres, I don't want that right now. With the squad that we have, is not ready for that. Now, you bring Gyökeres in, he ain't gonna score those goals. He's not gonna play well. He's not gonna play well currently right now if you come into the team.
So your logic is we buy Delap, but with the intention that he's not for right now. He's not like gonna be the
no, he's not the finished product. He's not the main thing. Like by him right now, 4 or 5 years, we'll see where we are, and if we're gonna move on from him or get somebody else.
Okay.
Like it's to me, everything is step by step. And again, when they say about to sell players, I want them to sell everybody. Everybody. No one is safe.
Interesting.
So far, the incoming, like Cunha is confirmed. If Delap doesn't want to come, go ahead and get another striker. And to me, another one that I want that fit that same data that Delap has, but a little bit better is Mateta.
All right.
Mateta is a little bit better. That's what I said, a little bit better than Delap. Mateta right there.
So rank these guys for me. You got Mateta, you got Delap, you've got Ekitike, you've got Šeško. Nobody's talking about Šeško anymore. Where is he at?
Šeško is the type of striker that like to work in open space.
Okay. So yeah.
For me, in that particular list to work in the Premier League for Manchester United, it's gonna be Mateta, Delap, Hugo, Šeško.
And Mateta is first because of what?
Mateta played in the league. I just give him an extra bonus, and his whole. If you see Palace, they play the same like how we want to play. Every time they play the long ball to him, he does the ball immediately. 1-2, boom, Eze score a goal, Sa score a goal, Munez overlapping, Mitchell's overlapping, Watson, he laid the ball to Watson. Like, it's perfect. He's the key that makes everything work. Without him, the attack doesn't work. Because they put what's his name there, the guy from Arsenal. It doesn't work like that. Mateta is the key that makes everything work.
Or whatever. What's his name?
No, it's that Arsenal kid that has you know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. What the heck? Somebody in the chat help us, please. Whatever. The one who
Nketiah. There
we go. Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah, he's like he when he plays, doesn't give that same impact that Mateta does. Mateta is the key that makes everything work.
Got you.
And when also next person that the targets get louder, Mbuemo, perfect. Get him in. And people say that he doesn't play the left hand. Yes, I understand. He played more like a winger. But then again, if the board say we're sacking Amorim, Mbuemo can still play. If the new manager come in, say, hey, I want to play 4-3-3. Mbuemo could play that position.
Okay.
Like for me, these players, they're not bad players. They're good players. They don't fit. And again, like I said yesterday or 2 days ago, Ineos said they are buying players that are good for the team in general. You don't have to. You don't like you buy Mbuemo. Like for example, Mbuemo is not playing well as a 10. You just put him on the striker. Like, bro, this could work out. People are like, oh, won the best in class. You do not deserve the best in class. Now to fast forward to move on. Alvaro Fernandez, yes, Ten Hag sold him. I think I said this earlier last season. Like the reason why he's not coming back is the selling clause. Just let him go. Selling clause, get the money, and we figure out where to go from there.
Yeah, but it was bad business to just get rid of him like that.
It's a Hag veto. Come on, you know the drill. That man was doing like a madman. You have to buy Leverkusen. I'm talking to people buy Leverkusen. They said they're not giving him power. Just come and coach the team and get out the way.
Okay.
So don't say transfer business.
So, in your opinion, is he gonna cook at Leverkusen?
Oh no, I'm doing a hate watch.
You'll be doing a hate watch.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll be there. We'll be there for that. Big up, Professor. All right. Let's talk to men like Peter in the building. Big up, Peter.
Yo, can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, sir. Should we be really going for Delap?
Yeah, but for the second strike, he should be coming from the bench.
Almost says we shouldn't be buying best in class. We should be buying like in class type of players. What do you think about that?
Sorry. So I think Gyökeres is still possible, you know. Obrigado, tax. I don't know who the Portuguese guy is on this channel, but if Gyökeres signs,
that's his name.
If he signs, he can send me his bank details. I'll send him something.
Come on.
I'll send him something.
Or you can just let me hold it for him until Like,
yeah, no problem. I will send super chats. I will send. Just, but if he does not sign, he needs to be permanently banned from the channel.
No, he said, yeah, we'll give him the wheel of justice.
Permanently banned for spreading lies. He's acting like Marken. Like we don't want no Markens. Like some people need to go to heaven as well, bro. I'm done with these people that want to go to hell. I need people to go to heaven. Like I'm tired of pathological liars. If he lies, then it will be crazy. But yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think Mbuemo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think, as I said yesterday on the Reckless review, I think people like players have the hero complex. They want to come in. They want to be the players that will turn around Man United. They have that idea in their head, yeah. I'm the same. Like I'll do the same as Cunha. I do the same as the players that came in like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, like Pogba, like Ibrahimovic. I'm the same. I want to turn something that's shit, you know. I want turn it into something good. But unfortunately, our team, like our club, not our team, our club is in the mud. Like our club. You can bring in players, but until you get rid of the scum in the board, it will never get better.
Ooh.
Never. I'm looking at Avram Glazer and Joel Glazer. They're all in their 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So they have little time left.
Yeah.
Sir Jim has little time left as well. So the only way we escape from them is by natural causes.
He was not death. He said, but death by natural causes. It's not a bad thing to wish somebody death, but by natural causes, is it? Oh, bro, you killed me, Peter, bro.
Bro.
He's the Grim Reaper. I know. Nah, bro.
Am I not right?
I mean, you're not wrong. but yeah, no, time will do its thing. But okay, so here's the thing. So we got Mbuemo, Cunha, and Delap. Are we set? Do we think we can
whole new challenge for what?
Top 6?
Oh yeah, easy top 6. One game a week. Fresh legs, easy top 6. I don't want to hear top 6 because top 6 will get you Europe. I want top 5.
All right.
Top 5 for sure.
Okay.
But we need to get rid of the criminal in goal. So if we you cannot have a spine, yeah. You cannot have a spine and it's broken at one part. Like you'll get paralyzed, bro. If you have a spine, you need to have a whole healthy spine.
Yes.
If a little bit of the spine is broken, you're paralyzed. So you cannot move forward without a healthy spine.
It's like a spine with a bad nyash. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what a nyash is, Peter?
Bro, I know this, bro. I'm cultured.
I think up, Peter. Shout out to you. Let's talk to Derek. First time to talking to Derek. How you doing, Derek?
I'm good, man. You?
Good, brother. This is my first time. Your voice sounds familiar, but I can't recognize the name, you know. Pardon me if you've called in before.
Nah, this is actually my first time, bro.
Okay. Where are you calling in from, bro?
I'm calling from South Africa, bro.
I can tell the Wi-Fi is from the motherland, bro. There's a lag.
Oh my God.
So where are you? Where are you in South Africa?
I'm in Durban.
Nice. Durban sounds fun, bro. All right, let's talk. Delap, how you feel about Delap and Mbuemo? How our club is moving? Are you hopeful for next season?
Yeah, I mean, I just personally, I think people need to be, realistic here, mate.
Yeah.
If you look at the strikers, yes, we do need a good goal scorer up front. But if you really look at it, Osimhen is not coming. Gyökeres is not coming. So we are basically left with a situation where we've got, a group of, we've got a few strikers that we need to choose from.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to go for Delap, not because he's the best out there, but he could be the best of what's left that is out there. So that's why we basically going for Delap, and we don't have the money to buy an Osimhen who wants reportedly 500K a week.
Yeah.
We don't have the funds.
The wage demands are too much.
So I just basically I just think people need to be realistic here. We definitely cannot go on with Højlund up front for next season.
Sure.
And if we're going to bring another striker next season, who is out there that wants to come to Man United?
The players that love.
Who do you think wants to come to Man United?
We just pulled in Cunha, bro. We just pulled in Cunha, Derek. So clearly there's players that know the greatness of this club and that want to see, like somebody was saying this earlier on, that they want to be part of the rebuild. And you look at how Kevin De Bruyne is getting a statue. Man City before Kevin De Bruyne were almost nothing. They were actually nothing, and then now, so like any player that has ambition and wants to be remembered and leave a legacy, you would want to go to Manchester United and say, let me be part of the team that puts them back on the map.
Yeah, that's correct there, man. But the reason why I'm saying we should be realistic here is, look at this, man. Gyökeres has been playing Champions League with Sporting. Why would he choose a club that's not playing any Europe competition, bro? Same thing with Sesko. Same thing with Osimhen. All these top strikers were playing Champions League in this, the season just ended. It would take a lot of money to convince them. and there's no way we don't have the money to pay 500,000 for an Osman. We don't. We don't.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
if Delap chooses Chelsea, because there are reports saying he might choose Chelsea.
Yeah.
If he chooses Chelsea, we're gonna have a situation here where we're gonna have to continue with Højlund, bro. I'm telling you, it sounds silly. It sounds silly. You know why I'm saying it sounds silly? Because we won't have any other striker to choose from.
Bro, like we might as well forfeit the season. We might as well write it off. Like how we start next season with Højlund as our main guy, we're finished. He needs to be behind Cheeto. He needs to be number 4 or number 3.
Yeah. But I hope you see what I'm trying to say, Ahmed. If Delap doesn't come and he says he prefers Chelsea.
Yes. Derek, I hear your take about being realistic, but let me flip the question to you and ask you. So, in terms of like the rebuild, where do you think outgoings we should start? Who needs to go? Give me 3 outgoings that desperately need to happen this season.
Definitely, Højlund must go.
Okay,
that's a given there.
Yeah.
I think Casemiro has to go, bro.
Casemiro, our best
we cannot have a situation.
Derek, hold on.
I think we need another.
Casemiro has been so important to us the last games of the season, bro. Like he's actually like turned everything around, and he's back in the Brazil national squad. Like Casemiro has got something left in his tank.
Yeah,
get rid of him.
That's true. That's true. But look in Spain, bro. Real Madrid just let go of Modric, who's basically been playing better than Casemiro. And did they just let him go, bro?
Modric decided to retire.
We need
There's a difference. Modric decided to retire. That's him saying like, yeah, there's a difference, Derek.
No, I had reports that they decided to let him go, apparently.
No. He had a very emotional farewell. I watched it with Ancelotti. He was like waving at the crowd right at the end of the game. Yeah.
I did.
But also Modric is you know, like he's one of the top midfielders we've seen in the game, bro. Like I actually don't even know like which another question that I have for you. Which midfield trio did you rate more? Okay. Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, or Modric, Casemiro, and Cruz? Hey Derek. Which trio was better?
Ooh. Hey, that's a tough. Which midfield 3 was better?
Which midfield trio?
That's tough.
Answer, bro. Stop. Come on, make us proud, bro.
In terms of, oh my God, you know what? You know what? In terms of winning, trophies, definitely the Madrid trio was better.
Well, we lost connection with my South African brother. Derek, hey, he said, no. Really? Tish rates Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets more. I'm curious, who do you rate? I'm curious what Quartz is gonna say. Let's hear men like Quartz,
What's going on?
Big up, Quartz. Which midfield trio do you rate more?
Probably the Barcelona one slightly, but it's not like they're two very good midfields. Had different jobs in terms of the way that they played football. So it's a very stylistic thing, really, when you look at it, because their skill sets were slightly different. But you can't realistically, you can't go wrong with either three. Like if you say, right, I'm having Xavi, Busquets, and Iniesta, or I'm having Cass, Kroos, and Modric all in their prime. You can't go wrong, can you?
Yeah. It's a very difficult. I feel for Derek. He's like, scratching his head because it's tough. It's tough. What I respect about the Iniesta, Xavi, and Busquets one is like you could never touch the ball. The other guys, maybe you might be able to touch the ball. You know what I mean? If Xavi, Iniesta decide what this is passing practice, it's passing practice. You might get it like two possessions in a half. You know, it's crazy. It's a crazy trio. But anyway, let's get
Anyway,
back
let's talk United. Anyway, let me respond to wrap up. I would get rid of Bruno as well. I'd get like literally no. I'd get rid of Cass. I'd get rid of Bruno. Like it's fine. Like those high wages. We're resetting this thing. Let reset it then, innit? Get rid of the high wages. Give us some money to spend. What, like realistically, why are we holding on to Cass? What we're playing? Like, what are we gonna get from him?
No, I'll tell you why we're holding on to Cass. For his leadership, his winning mentality. Like that's what I was trying to say to Derek. That guy, he's still got something to offer in his tank right now, bro. Like
okay, all right. If we look at Cass's best games this season, were they in the Premier League or were they in the Europa League?
Oh, in the Premier League, they were versus big teams. In Europa League, it was pretty much every time he played. I don't think I remember a bad Casemiro game in the Europa League.
The final, but anyway, everyone was bad in the final, but he was bad in the final. There's a bad game from everyone. The final, but I'm like, if we're just getting rid of these guys, get rid of them. Like, I'm not holding on. I'll be real, the only players. So Kobe, I have a soft spot for Kobe. Like, came through the academy. Like, I remember seeing the youth, like pre-season, watching the games, and then obviously got the injury against Real Madrid. Comes through, does his thing. I think it was Casemiro. Wasn't it a challenge with Casemiro that actually injured him? I think. Could be wrong. And then. But and I could be. I might be bugging there. I could be completely bugging. Anyway, that's irrelevant. No, Cass was with us. Anyway, shut up. But the like Kobe, Yoro, Heaven, Ahmad. I'm keeping Mazraoui because I think he's a very good technical footballer, but that's as a centre back, not as a wing back, as a centre back. I'm keeping Delap because of the tune. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
stupid. You can't keep Delap because he got a good song. The agenda has to be called out, Reedy. And this guy has a soft spot for Kobe as well, you know. Oh boy.
What's good? What's good, Potts? Court's over here with the agenda. Just
the agenda, you know. Sometimes bro.
Just be agendaing, bro. Like legit.
Agending. What let's quickly. I will need.
First of all, you a bastard for doing that, bro. Dirty just now, giving him those two options, bro. You made that man's phone crash. Like
Derek was scratching his head, you know. I was like, my brother. No. He's gonna have to stick his head in the ocean in Durban and be like, hey. That was a tough choice to make because there's no that's not wrong, you know. Both others.
But believe it or not, so around that time, I was the only player FC I've ever been is Ronaldo.
Okay.
Until his last stint at Man United, because he did some shit there that I didn't really, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't really like how he moved as a person. Not as a player, as a person per se. But yeah, so for me, it would be that three at Real because
how he moved as a person. Explain on that, by the way. Wait.
Just the whole the tantrums he was throwing and stuff like that, and you know, for me, when he came back that second time, I was like, all right, yes, we're gonna get this leader in the dressing room. We're gonna get this guy that, But then, as a leader, also you have to realize that sometimes you're gonna get pulled from the game. You know what I mean, and stuff like that. And I didn't like how he was moving when that started happening, or whatever the case may be. So, but yeah, no. So I say that to say that, yeah, that's 3 from Real. That's my 3, because I was watching Real back then when they played with Ronaldo and that whole team that did the stuff. So I was never a Barcelona fan. I was never a Messi fan. So, but Xavi, Busquets, and Iniesta, them men are bad in the midfield. I ain't going to not give them their props, but if I had to pick, I'm biased. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But okay, let's go to United then. What are you saying about Delap and
I'm just happy, to be fair, but I'm just happy that we're trying to do business. Like,
yeah.
What?
Sorry.
And then this is not a Chelsea channel, bro. Why are you here? Why are you here? Go find a Chelsea channel and talk on a Chelsea channel. This is a Manchester United channel, bro.
No, allow it. And then you're welcome here, especially if you hit the like button.
Man is on, but do you realize he's on every Man U channel? He just got a membership on the UV channel yesterday.
Shout out to him, Evan. Shout out to that. It's okay. It's okay. The community has variety. That's all that we want.
Him and El Caps, I swear they're undercover Man U fans, bro. Like legit, they're undercover Man U fans.
That's funny.
They just need to come out the closet. If they need help, I can help them.
Hey, come on, NN. You heard it. Come out the closet.
But no, yeah, I'm just happy that they're actually making moves, man. Liam Delap, I haven't really watched a lot of his games. The one that I'm excited about is Mbuemo's, because I've been asking for Mbuemo's for 2 seasons now, bro.
Okay.
Like that man's been a part of my fantasy team for since I started doing fantasy, and Brentford's been in the Premier League. Like he's a legit player. Like last year when Wissa was out, that man carried Brentford with scoring and everything. Even though he's a 10, he literally stepped up as their number 1 guy last year when Wissa was injured and carried that team. So
when Ivan Toney was doing the thing, the charges when he was suspended. That's
right, but that's what I'm saying. Ivan Toney was suspended and Wissa was injured. Yeah. And he had to end up stepping up. That's what I'm saying.
That's when I started being like, "This is a player."
Yeah. No, he's really a good player. Like he's legit a good player. So I've been asking him. Me and KG actually been talking about him since last season. So I wanted him since last season. Like during the window last season, I was like, "Yo, can they just go out and get Mbuemo's?" And so if they get him, man, for me, I'll be a happy camper because I've been asking for him to come here. Like I think he would be a very good addition, and like to almost point, it doesn't matter what coach is playing, he can play regardless. You know what I mean?
Okay. No,
he's that guy. Delap, I can't really speak on Delap because I don't. Like I said, I watched a couple of Ipswich game, but I didn't watch a lot of it. Because
when we played them, I didn't really like.
No, he didn't like come off. So like, actually shine. Like, so I don't know. But I mean, if Peter tends to watch a lot of these games. So I'll go with what Peter said. And if we do get him, he could be a second choice, but we need like a main. And I think Pav said this also, like we need like a franchise striker, like
yeah.
A full, like a real sniper kind of person, you know what I mean?
In the
Yeah.
I only remember one progressive run from Delap, and he like rinsed 3 Man United players, but it didn't end up in a goal or anything like that. And that was just like one moment. I'm struggling to remember like anything that was, especially also even the other guy, what's his name, Cherokee. I also
Turkey. Right. Do you think that they might just get him because he's not expensive? And I mean, even though we're not hearing anything about him, I think they're also doing a lot of behind the scenes deals that are not like major deals, but I think it's behind the scenes. But what I want to hear is like forget the incomings for a minute. I want to hear outgoings, bro. Like we legit need to sell some people. Like we have to sell people. Like, I want to hear Rashford gone wherever, Sancho gone, whatever. I guess they got to wait for this final with Betis to beat Chelsea to see if, are you doing a hate along, by the way, Bots?
And it's not gone, it's gone.
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 And Chelsea have got the World Club Cup as well, the Club World Cup as well.
So that's what I'm saying. I guess we gotta wait, coach.
Stuff.
We gotta wait till Betis beat Chelsea, and then we get NN's tears, and then
with the lap stuff. I know we're talking about wanting to get the lap with a bagsman, but I think part of the reason why the lap hasn't made his choice is the rumors are saying that he wants to be that number one striker because he wants to be in the England squad next summer. So I do think if we do get the lap, he is going to be our main striking target. Based on what a lot of the noise is saying, his choice is going to be, where am I going to get the most minutes? So therefore, if we do sign him, all indication says this is going to be our main striker.
So you think if they sign him, they won't go for Gyökeres?
Yeah, no, I don't think they would. I don't think we're going for Gyökeres anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going for Gyökeres, Osimhen, Šeško. I don't think we're shopping at that market right now.
Okay, I hear you. But what are your thoughts on the selling though? Like I hear about the incomings, and that's all well and good, but we still got to get some people off our books, bro. Like
100%.
Like we gotta
100%.
start. Like I want to start hearing people saying, "Okay, this person's coming in for Rashford. This person's coming in for Anthony. This person's coming in for Malacia." Like those people. Like I want to hear McDonald's offering Shaw a mascot deal. Like I want to, like.
The only thing I've heard is that Højlund. There's a loan situation that they're looking at with Højlund. I think Inter Milan or AC Milan.
Yeah, but what I want them to do is when they do that loan deal, bro, it needs to be a loan deal where we're at least getting something back. If they like win a cup or win something, like we need to get something back with that loan. Like we gotta be better with our deals, like with other teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, with Garnacho, when we sell Garnacho, it needs to be a sell-on clause for Garnacho also. So even in like 4 years, if he goes from wherever club he's going to now to another club, we still are benefiting from that. You know what I mean? So
the only problem with sell-on clauses, the problem with a sell-on clause is if you put a sell-on clause into the contract, usually it means you're not selling that player for a lot of money. I.e., if you look at what is it? I was gonna call him the left back. He's changed his name now. Alvaro Fernandez. It was
Carrera.
Alvaro
Carrera.
It was Fernandez, but it's not Fernandez anymore. But Alvaro, the left back. The reason why we're able to get a sell-on clause is because we essentially undersold him for what he could have been worth with the potential. If you look at the guy that we sold to Marseille, the reason why we were able to put the sell-on clause is because we probably sold him slightly cheaper than his potential market value could have been. Obviously, had the off-the-field stuff. So if we're gonna sell Garnacho for good money, I don't think we'll get a sell-on clause, which I don't mind. If we can sell him for 60 mil, then
what about add-ons, Courts?
Add-ons, run me the add-ons. I want to see the add-ons, but I'm just saying sell-on clauses are usually you usually get sell-on clauses when it's like a 10-15 mil transfer, and they say, right, if this guy comes good, then they can sell him on. So like I think the likes are, what's the guy who played under Ten Hag, went to Villarreal, centre back, Congolese brother,
Kambala,
Willie Kambawala. Willie Kambawala. So there's a sell-on clause, I think, on his contract because we sold him for a cheaper rate. So I think with Garnacho, I think he's going to be too high for the sell-on clause. I think he's gone. So hopefully we can just make good money from it.
And add some add-ons in there also, so we still like benefit from him if he goes somewhere that wins a championship or wins a whatever trophy or whatever money. So we can actually make money from him, because like Garnacho is pure profit, Rashford's pure profit.
Oof.
Even Bruno, I think would be considered pure profit now because of how long he's been at the club.
Well, but I don't know if you watched the show yesterday, Courts, that round table. I would not round table. I think it was on
too late. I was the Reckless round table on KG's channel.
Yeah, I don't know if it's there. I said it or on Bots's channel yesterday, but I was saying I don't think Bruno is done winning trophies. So I don't think that if that's Saudi, it's your. Yeah, I don't think that Saudi deal is what Bruno is looking for. I think if I let's say like an Inter comes for him, or an Atleti, or even a Juventus, I think he would more consider those than Saudi, because Saudi league is not recognized. It's not recognized.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not a major league, is it?
Right, the recognition is not there, and I think he's still a man that wants to win those big trophies, like Champions League and all of that, and I don't think that it's the money that's gonna entice him more so as is an actual recognized club.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I hear that. Hey, bots, just quickly, big up, because how many people you got in the chat right now?
Right now we got 32 people in the chat, guys.
Look at the growth. I remember back in the day, it would be like you'd be single digit viewers. It takes time, people, but look at it shining.
Yeah, no. Bot's been putting in the work, man. You've been putting in the work, and and I think these discussions are drawing people in, so.
And make sure you like the video, you criminals.
Kudos, Bots. Kudos.
Big up Courts. And guys, kind reminder to hit the like. If you're new here, just subscribe. Let's talk to Doctor real quick. Doctor.
Hi.
Hello.
Wow. I mean, 2 hours, but
2 hour stream.
Yeah, long. I feel like I this is payback for what I said yesterday, and you know what? I deserve it.
I don't hold grudges, Doctor.
I still stand by what I said, because I thought we had moved past Currygate. I thought we had moved past it, and we only moved.
Well, let me bring it back to speak for me.
Hey, Doc, you're saying it's been 2 hours till he brought you in, but you told the man to literally F himself.
Yeah, that's why I said
bots have feelings, man. Bots have feelings as well,
In front of 500
on the mains.
In front of 500 people.
I know, that one there, that was like an arrow to Bots' heart, man.
Right.
No, do you know why? Yeah, because you and KG kept on interrupting me, and you know how it is when people interrupt me so much. My brain goes blank. I was trying not to forget what I wanted to say.
Wow.
So I just got mad.
So I might have missed this. Because I obviously there was the footage of Bots moving a bit. I done it again when Doctor's there. That's fine. We see the licking of the lips when Doctor's there. We just did it again. I just got it again. I saw it again. But anyway. So what did you say to Bots on the mains?
I told him to go deal with himself.
You didn't say it to KG. You only said it to Bots. That's even more hurtful.
because he kept on it. Both him and KG started interrupting.
But you didn't say it to KG.
then-
Like it was.
No.
Do you know how much that hurt thoughts? Like, I saw his eyes, man. It was like Snoopy the dog, you know, man.
KG
Man
knew what he
looked
was
fair
doing.
upset.
And just
You made him look like
and then you
Snoopy.
bring everybody in on my time. Wow.
Once his hand is not moving now, is it?
My time or whatever.
But why you got your hand on your mouth, bro? Take your hand out from your face.
Take your hand off.
He's got an allergy.
Take your hand
He's got
down,
an allergy,
criminal.
man. He's got an
Take
allergy.
your hand down, criminal.
Allergy to dust, man.
Listen to Pav, your defense lawyer. Allergy to dust.
Bro, so I'm here, man. Anything you need, I'll get you out of it, bro. I can get you out of anything.
Reem, man is reading me, bro.
But Pav moving. But Pav moving like Johnny Cochran, bro. Like if the gloves don't
I
fit.
have nothing to do with this, okay?
Go.
Don't you try to bring me
why are you
involved, yeah?
here?
Why are you starting on NN? What's NN done to you?
Wait.
That's Preem, innit?
No, that's not NN.
That's not NN, that's Preem.
Hold on. Let me just change that picture. But I mean,
that's not NN, that's Preem.
That's Preem, dog. That's Preem.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Now you're
misidentifying people.
Doctor, what's going on?
I apologize. I apologize. I've been holding a lot in, okay?
Release.
Doc, how you confuse one Cameroonian for one Nigerian?
Sorry. I shouldn't have done that.
Racismo.
I apologize.
Wait, you call me NN? Hold on.
She called you NN, bro.
She called you NN.
Preem don't even wear Nike top.
Wow.
Preem don't even wear Nike tech, bro.
Preem, can you confirm? Are you wearing a Nike tech right now?
Fit me as well.
This is Doctor.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.